speaking of narcissistic, self-glamorizing, etc. people, Barack Obama was back at the White House this week with Michelle, and they had their White House portraits unveiled. And hilariously, Barack thinks things are going pretty well right now because of old Joe.
All did together to expand health care, to fight climate change, to advance social justice, and to promote economic fairness. Thanks to your decency and thanks to your strength, maybe most of all thanks to your faith in our democracy and the American people, the country's better off than when you took office, and we should all be deeply grateful for that. So thank you so much.
Robert, can you lay out a couple reasons that maybe the country isn't better off right now than it was under Donald Trump?
Well, I mean, that's ordinary Americans' complete expectations is that the economy has tanked, that our society is in disarray. We have a complete debacle in Afghanistan. We have an ongoing war that may lead to World War III in both Ukraine and Taiwan. So most people don't consider massive scandal, explosive risk of war, and a completely collapsing economy as a sign of a president who's done a good job.
Amala, is the key there to the Obama thing okay, so he says climate change and healthcare, but the key really was the third thing when he says social justice, that really is what has driven this entire administration. They have hired a series of completely incompetent people based on skin color or gender or sexual identity and everything else. But that's what is driving this whole thing, and maybe it's really Obama behind this because obviously Joe ain't driving the car.
You know, he's had a few too many trips to the White House, Obama. He's been keeping it very close and with this candidacy and with this president. And like I say, David, it's never been a better time to be me in America. I could be working in the White House right now with absolutely no qualifications. And what Robert said is right. You know, you can call Joe Biden a fantastic president and say that he's doing amazing things for this country. But when people walk out their front door and see the state of their communities, they're going to know that that is not the case, no matter how charismatic Obama is.
So, okay, I get all four of us. People can look at these four boxes and go, okay, wait a minute. You guys aren't Democrats. You don't like these people. This is too easy. So, Spencer, I'm going to give you the hardest question of the day, which is let's try to give the devil his due here. Has Biden done anything good? Is anything being done right? Are we just really missing something? Are we all being hyper partisan? Is there anything here that this man, I mean, that speech, can you get anything out of that great Nazi speech? I mean, is there anything? Let's try here.
Well, what you really have to give him credit for, of course, is that he did lower the temperature, of our politics. He brought us back to normalcy, exactly as he promised. This was the premise of his entire campaign, is that he was going to be not Trump. And I think we can all agree that he's not Trump. Trump presided over a great economy. He managed a lot of excellent trade deals. He brokered a step toward peace in the Middle East. None of that is happening under Biden. So he has delivered on his promise of being not Trump. I also think that it makes perfect sense that Obama, thinks things are going great under Biden, because he's probably closer to running the country under Biden than Biden himself is. I mean, that's one thing we could say Biden may have done well is be incompetent or be ineffectual. So many of his efforts have fallen flat, especially in Congress, and the overreach that we've seen come out of this Democrat Party, not just Biden, but the legislators they've elected, has been a gift to the country in the sense that we've seen the kind of extremism that lurks underneath the sort of friendly Uncle Joe return to normalcy.
You tried, man. You really tried.
I did my best.
I appreciate that.
Sorry.